Some days passed. Peter woke early, wrote down his night dreams into a journal as usual, got up and found himself at work early, a preparation for taking the afternoon off. Working swiftly and silently, he dashed off computer programs in the time warp allowed by solitude and love's inspiration. Toward 11:30, he bought and packed a lunch of juice, salad, and sandwiches for the picnic with Angelina, and soon evaporated into the warming noon, passing on his way toward freedom several ongoing business meetings and many harried workers that were glued to their terminals, gobbling a quick bite as they worked, probably not even tasting the food. The porch was empty, the grand ladies having gone to a rummage sale. Peter knocked on air as the door was opened by the spirit that was Angelina and was led into the rambling home, a time portal to the past. Warmth emanated from the parlor, from its chestnut-paneled bookcases that held worn editions of the poems of Keats, Shelley, and Byron, and from a lush carpet that sunk under step like grass on a putting green. Knickknacks of cherubs, centaurs, and children skated on the ice of the glass shelves. It was a museum gallery of all the minutes, hours, and days that sequenced the Victorian whole, the months upon seasons that told the cherished year, those decades which in some actualized a full life of youth, prime, and old age. It was incense from ancient times, memories of a generation that bridged this century to the previous. "The card players," said Peter, pointing to a sepia print of three young ladies. "Yes, my mother and her sisters in 1912. Taken in? Quebec City, our first home away from France and England. What is it like there?" "Wonderful, but cold. It's an island in the St. Lawrence River, and we always had to travel to the mainland by ferry. The streets are narrow and the shops are quaint, and the people are mostly French-speaking. A winding staircase led up to the tower room, and from there they could see the farmlands and the tips of the barn silos. The bathroom held an old tub crouching on lion's paws, with its hot and cold water handles made of ivory and gold. The bedrooms all had a fireplace, and the dumbwaiter was now used as a laundry chute. Roses and vines grew as ground cover on the bedspreads, and flourishes swirled up the walls. Walking softly, for her grandmother was still asleep, Angelina led Peter down the servants' stairway to the kitchen, stopping on the bottom stair and kissing him, then adding to their basket some bread, wine, and cheese. A crow was tapping on the window as they left, and it followed them. "Some crows are domesticated," she said, "and this one often eats with us when we dine outdoors. Once it even turned the pages of a book I was reading. It always raps and taps about this time. As seasons pass, the world comes to your door," he offered.
"Spring comes with the bluebird, the singing troubadour," she replied. "Summer calls with the rose amidst the woodlore. Autumn crows plump and sweet through frosty hoar. I love inventing poems, Peter. It reminds me of an old parlor game we used to play, but one in which we used triplet rhyme, ABBA, BCB, CDC, to vary the scheme and to allow the rhymer a little more time to think. Maybe we could collaborate on some poems and prose," he suggested. "Perhaps we could live through the plots, enjoy the poetic emotions, and then write them down as stories and poems," she replied. "We'll write in our journals each day and see what becomes of it." "Okay, then we'll compare notes and merge our ideas into a story. I'll write about how we met, perhaps calling it Ageless Times. And write of the things that you do without me too. I'll write the story of a day or a night. I have a dream journal. Tell me about the night, your dreams, everything that happens." "All right, I'll bring it next time."